Do you know you can own houses in your own name without any capital? I mean, you can own sets of duplexes, you can own apartments, bungalows in your own name, and you can even resell it without having any money to build. No, this is not some aspire to perspire kind of sermon. No, 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 no. So don't be confused. I'm going to clarify every single thing. You can actually go into real estate development with little or no capital. So if you want to find out how you can go about this, stick with me to the end of this video. I'm going to explain every single thing you need to know. Also, subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video to your friends and family, because I'm going to be sharing valuable information right here. So stay tuned. My name is Peace Okafor. I'm a real estate investment advisor and sales expert right here in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. And I bring you properties, profitable properties to buy, to invest, and I also teach you how to make money from real estate investment. So let's go right into the topic of the day: how you can own houses, how you can invest in real estate without capital or without even having any money. Well, it sounds very strange, right? But let's go into it. Have you heard of the term joint venture? You know, when it comes to real estate investment, there are different types. There are a lot of ways that you can invest in real estate, and joint venture is one of those ways, right? So what is a joint venture? Joint venture is a partnership between two people, right? Between a landowner and a developer. So I have the land, or you have the land, because I want you to be the landowner in this case, in this partnership. You have the land and I am a developer. I have money. I want to build, but I don't have land. You have land, but you don't want to build, or you don't have the capital to build. So we can come together and enter into a partnership, you know, an agreement that I will build, I have the money, I will build, and you will bring the land to build. And at the end of the day, we're going to share the let's say I want to build 8 units of duplexes, and the cost of building, construction, everything equals, let's say, 200 million naira. And you have a land. Value of your land at that point is your land is valued at 200 million naira, and the cost of construction is 200 million naira. So in that case, whatever house I build, we're going to take it 50-50. So if I'm building 8 units of duplexes, it means I'm going to take 4 and you're going to take 4, right? Don't worry, I'll explain further. So in a joint venture, there are actually two parties, the landowner and the developer. In this video, I'll be speaking more on the side of the landowner, right? Because I want you to be the landowner. Because when it comes to a joint venture agreement, the risks, in fact, 90% or even 100% of the risks is usually borne by the developer, not the landowner. Because you being the landowner, you're actually insured, because even the law itself, the law has actually insured you from any risks. Ever heard of this Latin word, quid solo platinum? Said it. I know I didn't pronounce it well, but it's going to be on the screen. So it actually means that whatever is attached to the land belongs to the land. Right? So if I own the land, whatever is on the land belongs to me. So that alone, that alone has actually secured you as a landowner. So that if the developer actually defaults on building, land belongs to you. So whatever is on the land already still belongs to you, right? So in this video, I'll be talking more on the landowner's perspective. So you own a land, let's say in Ikeja GRA, and your land, because right now lands in Ikeja GRA are, because I actually have one right now. I have a 6,000 square meter selling for 4 billion naira. 6,000 square meter, that's equivalent to 10 plots. 10 plots, that's if we have to calculate it by 600 square meters. 10 plots selling for 4 billion naira, like that's huge. And that's why I advise people, I advise investors, because in the past couple of months, like 1 month, 2 months now, I've had a lot of people reaching out to me. I want to sell my land. What do you think? I want to sell my land. What do you think? And seriously, I can actually frustrate. Please don't sell your land. If you have a land, as long as the land is in a good location, has a good title, you know, there are other things you need to consider. As long as those things are in check, please, I beg you, don't sell your land. That land is gold. You know, you might probably not realize it now, but in the long run, like I tell people, when it comes to investments, if you're going to land investment is for the long term. Don't go into land investment for the short term, except you want to buy a land in Badana Island or VI, Ikoyi, Keja. No. If you're buying the land, especially in new towns, by new towns I mean Ibeji, Lekki, Ekpe, or even probably areas that are still developing like Aja, Shangotedo, please don't sell your land except you're in dire financial need. Don't sell your land. In few years to come, that land is going to be gold. You know, currently there is a very, very high demand of lands in places like Ikeja, in places like Maryland, in places like Lekki Phase 1, VI. Developers are looking for lands for JV, because when it comes to construction costs, one of the major costs when it comes to construction costs is the cost of land. They're able to show that the cost of land, then I know, okay, foundation stage will take money, the roofing stage, but it's not as much as a land cost. It's just like buying a land in Ikeja now. Like I said, I have 6,000 square meters going for 4 billion naira. So if you're a developer, how do you even want to buy a land for 400 billion? Then you now include construction costs. Like, that's too much. So that's why a lot of them now go through the option of a joint venture. And the truth is, if you own a land in Ikeja GRA now, best believe you're not selling it. You're not going to sell it. And let me tell you why joint venture favors you the more. So my previous example, you have a land worth 200 million, and I'm a developer. I want to build, let's say I want to build, okay, let me use the example I used before. I want to build 8 units of semi-detached duplexes, and I've calculated my construction cost. Everything is 200 million, and the value of my land is I'm the developer. My construction cost is 200 million, and the value of your land is now 200 million. Remember, land appreciates a lot, especially in the long run, the long term. That's why I said land investment in the long term is very, very sweet. That is when you enjoy the dividend of your investment, right? Because if you want to resell now, you're buying land to resell in 2 years, 3 years, you might actually think, oh, I've actually made profit on this land. Probably you're seeing 50%, 100%, or even 25%, and you think, oh yeah, I've realized. No, what you're seeing is insignificant compared to the future value of that land. It is insignificant. It's minute. That profit or that ROI you've seen now, that you think, oh, I've made 200% on my land. No, it's insignificant to the amount of profit you're going to make in the future. So please, leave your land. Don't sell it unless you're in a dire financial need, right? So going back to my example, your land is worth 200 million. I'm the developer. My project cost is going to be 200 million. So in that case, well, the sharing ratio is going to be 50-50. So anything I'm building, if I'm building 8 units, I'm taking 4. Landowner is taking 4. If I'm building 4 units, I'm taking 2. Landowner is taking 2. So you can see that the only thing you have working for you there, you're not bringing money. It's not your money. It's actually your land. And probably that land, you bought it 5 or 10 years ago for 2 million. So are you seeing? You bought that land for 2 million, let's say 10 years ago, and then the next 10 years is now 200 million, and that's the equity, that's the capital you're offering. You're not offering money. That's your land, right? And at the end of the day, by the time I finish building, I take 4 units, I give you 4 units. Let's say before I finish building, let's say the 4 units, remember your equity was 200 million, that's the value of your land, right? And by the time I finish building, I give you 4 units. Let's say by then, the cost of a unit of the duplex I built is now 70 million or 80 million, because price of house these days is just skyrocketing. So are you seeing? So let's say the cost of the 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex is now 80 million. So calculate 80 by 4. 80 million times 4 is 320 million naira. You see, so remember, the value of your land or the equity that you contributed to that transaction or to that partnership was 200 million. But by the time you end up selling those houses, you've made 320 million naira, right? And that is how much. That is 120 million naira profit. So are you seeing how you can actually make money with all your lands? Let's say you buy up land in like 10 places, right? And then you're having to go into joint venture partnership in 10 different places. Man, that is a lot, without doing anything, without contributing 1 naira, like at that point, without you even raising a finger, because the truth is, at that point, I don't want to use this word, but let's just say the developers are at your mercy, because yeah, you can choose to, okay, no, I'm not giving you, I don't want to sell, I don't want to go for joint venture. Okay, no, I don't like your project, so I don't want a bungalow. You are not going to be the bungalow in my land. I don't want this, like, the ball lies in your court, right? And you have all the power at that point. You are not even bearing any risks, because if the developer defaults in his in the project, or he couldn't complete, or something comes up, the land is your land. Even when you go to court, that law is actually a law, a Latin phrase in law, quid. I like to call it quid actually protects you because whatever is already affixed in the soil is yours, like it belongs to the land, and it belongs to the landowner, right? So you can see that there's no risks. Minimal risks is just for you to give up your land that probably you bought 2 million naira some years back, and that is it. And this is how you can actually own houses in a lot of places without money, right? So if you're looking at retiring, because there are a lot of people now thinking of retirement in the next 10 years, thinking of retirement in the next 15 years, you can actually consider this, right? So, but what I'm going to advise, I'm not going to advise you to go and buy a land in Lekki Phase 1 now, because lands, they are very expensive. Or go and buy a land in Ikeja GRA right now, or Maryland. No, go to Newtown, where you can still buy land at an affordable price. You can come to Ajado. Lands in Ajah now are expensive. Lands in Shangotedo now are expensive. We can go towards the like the other parts of Ibechi, Lekki. You can go towards Ekpe, short up lands. Definitely, you don't expect developers to come and use the land as joint venture now. No, not now. They are still in Ikeja, they are still in VI, they are still in Lekki Phase 1, but they are gradually coming towards the side. And if you look at the trajectory of migration over the past few years, migration is moving towards the Ibeji-Lekki axis. And definitely, with migration puts a burden on housing, real estate investment. So whatever you do, there's going to be need for houses there, right? So buy it and save it for the future. Take note, long-term investment. If you want to do a short-term investment, you really have no business buying land, right? Because I've seen people that buy land, they buy land this year and the next year they want to sell, and I'm like, why? Like, what's the purpose of buying? Okay, fine, except you're in dire need of of finances at that point and you wanted to sell. But if you want to buy land, like especially when you're buying in developing areas, you're buying for the long term. Keep it for the long term. Real estate investment, especially land investment, is sweeter at the long term, because man, that is when you enjoy the proceeds, and that's when you'll be able to maximize. That's when you'll be able to maximize the proceeds and the dividend of that investment. Man, 6,000 square meters. I will keep repeating it. Selling for 4 billion naira in Ikeja GRA. Imagine, go and check the price of lands in Ikoyi, in VI. It wasn't like that 10, 20 years ago, right? So those new towns, go and buy your plants there, buy up in bulk. In case you're confused, you don't know what to buy, you don't know the land to buy, you can reach out to me. I also sell lands at Axis too, so I can guide you on the real estate investments or the lands that you can buy up there. But that is what you should be doing right now. If you want to retire, very, very good. And if you plan to, be a developer without capital in future, that is what you should be doing. My name is Peace Okafor, and I bring you real estate investments tips, real estate investments, also properties for you to invest and for you to buy. And I also advise you when it comes to real estate investment and how to make money from your property, right? Please subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, and also share this video to your friends and family. And please stay tuned. I'm gonna do another episode where I talk about joint venture in its entirety, right? because this particular one is from the landowner's perspective. So I might actually do one where I talk about the developer's perspective, but I want you to be the landowner. That's why I'm doing this, right? So stay tuned to this channel. Please subscribe.